At 11:47 a.m. on May 29, 1943, Captain James Hartwell climbed into the cockpit of a B-17 unlike any he had ever flown. The aircraft was heavier, slower, and bristling with guns, 16.5 caliber machine guns in total. It was called the YB40, nicknamed the Flying Destroyer, and it was about to be tested in combat for the first time. Hartwell was 26 years old, with 42 combat missions behind him. Like every bomber pilot in the 8th Air Force, he knew the numbers. In just 3 months, 173 B-17s had been lost over Europe. Without long-range fighter escort, German fighters slaughtered bomber formations on the return leg from deep targets. Focke-Wulf 190s attacked from straight ahead, 12 o'clock high, where standard B-17 guns couldn't track fast enough. Crews called it the Gauntlet. Half never finished a tour. So the Army Air Forces tried something radical. If fighters couldn't escort bombers all the way, they would turn a bomber into a fighter. Engineers stripped the bombs from a B-17F and replaced them with guns. A chin turret under the nose, extra dorsal turrets, twin waist guns, cheek guns, 11,000 rounds of ammunition, armor plating. The YB-40 was designed to sit in the most vulnerable positions in the formation and kill German fighters before they could attack. On paper, it was terrifying. In the air, it was something else. The YB-40 weighed 4,000 pounds more than a standard flying fortress. It climbed slower, flew slower, burned more fuel. Hartwell felt it immediately as his aircraft struggled to keep up after the bomb run over Saint-Nazaire. When the standard B-17s dropped their bombs, they became lighter and faster. The YB-40 stayed heavy, and that meant it fell behind. German pilots noticed immediately. The first attacks came from Focke-Wulf 190s hunting stragglers. When they dove in, the YB-40's guns did exactly what they were designed to do. Attacks broke off. One fighter was shredded by the chin turret. Another rolled away trailing smoke. For several minutes, the Flying Destroyer worked, but the formation kept pulling away. Soon, Hartwell was alone over occupied France, burning fuel, engines overheating, German fighters circling just out of range. The aircraft meant to protect bombers had become the target. More attacks followed. Cannon shells tore into the wing, hydraulics failed, controls stiffened. Hartwell fought the aircraft for nearly 90 minutes as German fighters shadowed him all the way to the Channel. Only the arrival of P-47 Thunderbolts saved the crew from destruction. When Hartwell landed back at Auchenbury, his verdict was immediate and blunt. It can't keep up. Command ordered more tests, more missions, different formations. Nothing changed. Every YB-40 fell behind after the bomb drop. Every one became vulnerable. The Luftwaffe quickly learned to target them. Adolf Galland himself dismissed the aircraft as an easy kill. After 48 sorties, 1 aircraft lost, and millions spent, the program was canceled. The Flying Destroyer was a failure. But buried inside that failure was something revolutionary. Engineers studying combat reports noticed one consistent detail. German frontal attacks stopped when the chin turret engaged. For the first time, bombers had full forward firepower, no blind spot, no safe approach. The YB-40's chin turret had solved the deadliest problem facing bomber crews. That single modification changed everything. The turret was rushed into production, first installed on late-model B-17Fs, then standardized on the new B-17G. German pilots who once attacked head-on now broke off early or died trying. Bomber losses from frontal attacks dropped by over 70%. Two other YB40 innovations survived as well: staggered waist gun positions, giving gunners room to operate, and the redesigned Cheyenne tail turret, improving rear defense and visibility. All three changes became standard on the B-17G. The failed YB-40 flew for 3 months. Its ideas flew for the rest of the war. Over 8,600 B-17Gs were built with those improvements. They flew nearly 300,000 combat sorties. Historians estimate that more than 2,300 bomber crews, over 23,000 men, survived because of innovations born from a failed experiment. Captain James Hartwell never flew a YB-40 again, but later, as a training officer, he taught new crews how to use the chin turret. When asked if the YB-40 was worth it, he didn't hesitate. "Worth it," he said. "Every mission, every dollar, every bullet hole." The Flying Destroyer failed forward, and in doing so, saved thousands of lives. Sometimes, history isn't changed by what works. It's changed by what fails, and teaches us why.